Hello there. So you are looking at my fire bowl that I made out of concrete. I did say in one of my videos that there was a bigger project when I was doing my concrete mushroom videos, a bigger project that I did with concrete and I had it in my shed. But with the weather, I wasn't able to show that. So, anyways, it is absolutely gorgeous today. It's in the 80s, a little bit windy, but I was able to grab these out. And I am a little unsteady here with my phone. I decided not to put it on a stand, so you'll just have to bear with me. I'm getting kind of lazy. Just didn't want to bring the stand out. But this is one of the fire bowls that I made. I already stated that I started experimenting with the concrete 2 years ago, and that's when I made those mushrooms, and I made these fire bowls, and I did not do anything last summer with them at all. But I don't know, I just wanted to play with the concrete, and I made several of these, just like I said, experimenting. My sister, she grabbed a few of them to put around her pool, and I used one as well. But this one, I was experimenting with, like, I don't know, different browns, kind of like the drip paint. I don't know what you would call it. And with like just the natural brown rocks. I don't know if you can kind of see there. I was just, I don't know, I was just letting the paint kind of drip down on the concrete. And the reason why I was making so many of these, not only was I bored, but I was trying to get like the air bubbles out, and I was just, again, experimenting. But you can buy the fire glass to put in these, but my sister has had no problem with the different things that I have used. The rock, the different types of rock, and the different things I've put in these, and neither have I, and neither have my friends. And if you look on Etsy, the fire bowls, they're expensive. They really are. And of course, they look better than these. I mean, these were my first try, but it does the job. And the fuel source that I use here, let me show you here. I got these, and they're basically the tiki canister, refillable, and I use the citronella fuel, and it keeps the bugs away, and it works out great. Now with the tiki fuel, I use two sources of fuel. With the tiki fuel, the flame is going to be higher, and I am going to light one of these when it gets a little bit darker, but it is very windy, so we'll just see how that works. Now this is one of the smaller bowls, but it's still, it's still good size, kind of perfect for a small patio table, picnic table, whatever. Just kind of a little fire source, keep the bugs away. But I'm going to be putting this on pause a lot and go to the next one. And you might hear my dogs barking. I have in the background there, you might see a little bit of my fence. I built myself. I like doing it DIY, right? I built a fenced-in area for my doggies, and I used reed. It's almost like bamboo, and I stained it. That's not an easy task. I got to stain it again. But they are able to, you just open the door, they can go off my deck and just run, and I don't have to take them out on a leash. It's wonderful. They have their own private area to do whatever they need to do. So I have one that's just laying on the deck looking at me. But anyways, I'm going to get to the next one. All right, this is a bigger fire bowl, and I just painted that black. And you will see that, you know, it's got a little bit of where it got scuffed. Again, it was sitting in the shed and it had stuff on it. So, and another thing I did not do with these is I did not put a coating over the paint, like I don't know, a glaze or whatever. I did not put any top coat or anything on these. I should have done that, but I didn't. Again, I was just experimenting. I'm going to kind of show you the difference in size with the next one, just to kind of give you an idea. But with this one, I put, it's kind of hard to see because of the way the sun is, but I put just white and gray rock in, and it's got the tiki canister in there as well. And the white rock, it's really sparkly. I mean, I do have some that are kind of ick in there, but these ones are really sparkly. I might touch these up, I don't know. But there's that one. I'm going to kind of show you the difference in size here in a minute. So here's the next one. We have a different fuel source, and I kind of wanted to go with some blues again with that kind of drip paint technique. And I just have the white rock, and it's just got some blue, I don't know if you can see it, crushed glass in there. And just kind of went with, I don't know, I wanted a little bit of a, I don't know what I was going for, to be honest. But this container here is actually what you would use to heat up food, like, you know, the caterers use to heat up the pans with food in it, I guess you would say. I don't know. But anyways, this canister, the flame isn't going to be as high, but you still got to be careful around the kids. It's still going to be a flame, right? And it's still going to burn them. But you can actually cook s'mores on this one because it's safe. The tiki one, of course, isn't, because that's, you know, tiki fluid. It's not safe to make s'mores or anything like that. But this one is, and this is also safe to have indoors. I don't know why you would want it indoors. Well, you know, some people might, I don't know. But it is safe to have it indoors. But the tiki one is not. And you can actually make s'mores using this fluid. So they have different fluids. I mean, this one you can get at Dollar Tree, or you can get it at Walmart. You can order them online. They will say, you know, if they're safe, you know, if they're food safe. And usually the ones that are for catering to warm up food, those would be safe to use indoors, or if you want to make s'mores or something like that. So again, that's my blue, and I'm going to kind of show you the difference here. 1 second, the difference in size. I don't know if you can really tell. It doesn't look like there's a lot of difference, but there is. The blue bowl is really a lot smaller than the black bowl. It's, you know, pretty thick around, and I don't know. It's hard to really tell, but the black bowl is a lot bigger. It might not seem like it is on the video, but it really is, trust me. Okay, and now we have this one, and I did not color this at all. What I did, well, I did not, this is all natural. What I did though is when I put it in the mold, I'm going to say quote mold, and I'm going to explain what I used. I put real leaves, and I taped it, and then when this cured and was done, I peeled the leaf off, and what it did was it, if you can see, it left the impression of the leaf. And then I painted those. So, and you can see those air bubbles. That's what I want to work on. And of course, without that coating or whatever, and these sat for 2 years, you know, the painting is not the greatest. I apologize, but this one was my square one, and again, it got banged up, so it got chipped. And I think if you put that top coat, glaze, whatever, that would help as well. But I did the leaves on all 4 sides and colored it different colors, and just put, you know, regular rock on top, again with the tiki. And the rocks are basically, they just, what you see is what you get. It came out of the shed this way, and I didn't mess with it. So, and I was just kind of practicing with a square mold, or I don't know, maybe kind of, wasn't exactly square, but you know what I'm saying. So that was my kind of working with, to see what a leaf one would look like with a kind of a square shaped. So that's what that one looked like. Okay, this one is the same size as that black one. It's the big one. And this is the first one I did. I was experimenting, and it's got lava rock in it, again with the tiki. And again, it's got those air bubbles, and this one is just not as smooth on the bottom, or I'm not on the bottom, but around. Again, you know, I was experimenting, and it was the very first concrete bowl that I was working with. So it is what it is, right? Still does the job, but it is the same size as the black one and pretty heavy. So the first one, and we'll just move along. Okay, this is another of it's about the same size as the smaller ones, but it was a different quote mold. And I was working with the leaves again, and I got them down lower. So as you can see, turn this around, and of course got them air bubbles again. But you know, it does leave a good impression. And I just put black rock in there. Some of them fell out in the shed, and of course this is a little crooked, but if you noticed with this quote mold, it had the ridges on the inside. I really like that. I thought that was really cute. So this one I really liked the inside of it, but I left this just natural. I should have left it natural and not did the leaves. I don't know why I did so many with the leaves, but should have just left it natural. Again, just experimenting. We'll go to the next one. Okay, this is a smaller bowl, and I just painted it black, and it's got the tiki again. And I just put the gray and white rock, and then these green glass pebbles, I guess you would call them. So that's basically all that one is. You know, just kind of, if you got a smaller patio table, those aren't as heavy. They work pretty good. So there's that one. We'll move along to the next. Okay, this one, again, I was working with fall leaves. Don't know why I was doing so many leaves. This one is, to me, just ugly. It is. Again, I was experimenting with the different color browns. As you can see, I was painting the different leaves like fall colors. I don't know. It's a different shape, kind of oval, as you can see, and I just put, you know, kind of natural rock on there. I don't know. I just think it's ugly. But again, we got the tiki on there. I don't know. I like this shape, but I just didn't like this one at all. So we'll move on to the next. Okay, this is the one I really like. I wanted to do one that had a beachy feel. Does not match my winter patio cover here, but I know it's busy, right? I did it with the blues again, like that small one. Just kind of practicing with the, I don't know, it wasn't the drip. I didn't use the paint, the drip style. I just kind of patted it with the different colors of blue with the paintbrush. And again, I think if I would have done a top coat, you know, the glaze, whatever it is for concrete, they have that. Not sure exactly what they call it, but it would have gave it a shine and protect the paint. I think it would have looked better. But anyways, what I just put, I put different shells. I have a big garbage bag full of different shells. And so I put shells in there and then sea glass. So, and then I wanted to do the tiki. And it's got that same oval shape. I said that right. So I really, really like this one. You know, don't know, you know, if it matches anything. I mean, but I wanted the beachy feel, so I really kind of like that one. And I think this is the one I'm going to light tonight. So we'll see. It's very windy though. So anyways, I got 2 more to show, and that's it. I had some other ones with that other canister, where you warm up the food. I don't know what it's called. The catering canister, I guess. I just don't know what I done with them. I couldn't find them in the shed, so I have no idea. But I really like these tiki canisters as well. I like them better for outside because it keeps the bugs away. They're reusable. The other ones aren't. Once the fuel's gone, it's gone, and you got to buy another one. But the canisters these are reusable. So this one I did light. It's been used. So I don't know. I think we're gonna go ahead and light this one up. I haven't lit this. I used this canister 2 years ago and put it in there. I might have to cut the wick or something. I don't know how that wick is going to be after sitting out there for 2 years. I don't know if the wick is going to be any good. But I had this canister in a different pot, different Fireball. My sister wanted to see it burn or whatever. I don't know why. And then she wanted a new canister. Long story. I don't know why. She wanted a new canister. She wanted to see it burn in a different... I don't even know why she wanted that, so wanted me to do that. So then I just threw this in here. I had so many, as you can see. I got so many of these. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but anyways, I'm going to show you the last two that I have. Okay, this one's shaped like a pumpkin. Now I actually have two of these. I just didn't get the other one out, and I don't have any rock in it or canister, but this is, you know, for like fall or you know, Halloween or whatever. But it will only take the small food heating canister because it is small. This was very interesting to make, but I do have two matching one of these. And I also, one thing that I did not show, but I have a bunch of pumpkins, and come fall time I might show how to make these. These are a different, very interesting to make, different way to make these. Very easy, believe it or not. Very easy. But there's that one. And then I have two of these. I just left them natural and then put the moss. And the same, you can't put the tiki in. I mean, you could, if you wanted to, you know, it would just hold it. You know, not really. It would look stupid. But the canister fits in there perfect. And then just a little bit of rock, and that's it. But when I say these are easy to make, these aren't really the easiest to make. But regular pumpkins are very easy to make. These are kind of interesting to make. So with that, I'm going to kind of explain the mold that I used. For these, we'll talk about these later, because these are not something that, you know, I'm going to show how to make anytime soon. Okay, so I just have to move things around. I just don't have enough room on this small picnic table. Well, patio table. It's not a picnic table. But anyways, I use, and I have another bag of concrete. I mean, it's 2 years old because I bought it back when I was doing these, but I am going to make some of these here really soon. I'm not sure how soon, but I'm going to video on making these. I'm going to do another one. I don't know, might do a couple of them. I don't know what I'm going to do with these ones that I already have, but I'm going to try a different technique. And they are really simple to make. The thing is trying to get the air bubbles out, and then you can do whatever you want with them. You can have a natural one with no colors. Again, you can just put regular rock in there. You could put like shells. You can go to Dollar Tree. They have different stones, different glass, crushed glass, you know, whatever you want to put in there. And these are perfect to put, like I said, just a little fire feature on your table outside, keep the bugs away, and, you know, they do make a, like I said, a little nice fire feature to put on your patio table. But I use the concrete that is the ready mix. You don't have to put sand in it. And I'm going to show the technique to try to get the air bubbles out. I am very impatient, so if I would have took the time, I know the technique, but I'm an impatient person, so I just didn't take the time to try to get the air bubbles out. Now these, they sit for about 24 hours, and then they are hard and ready to go. And then I would say another day before you can paint them, after you get them out of the quote mold. And what I used for these molds are basically different bowls at Dollar Tree. That's what I used. And they're all different. I mean, This one was a plastic bowl. The big one was a plastic bowl. The one with the little curves was a just a plastic bowl. And you can use them over and over again. And then of course you need the bowl inside to make the hole, which I'm going to show how you do that. And as long as you rinse them out really good, I use my hose and I rinse them out really good. You just use them over and over again if you want to keep making these. Um, if you get really good at it, you know, people put these on Etsy and they sell them. I mean, I've seen some on Etsy that didn't look the greatest, and they got a hefty price on them. And then I seen some that were really awesome with a hefty price. So anyways, now those pumpkins, those are a totally different way to do it. And I'll do that more around, I'll do a video way in the future on those. Totally different technique. So there you go. Now I am going to splice another video together because I'm going to let it get a little bit darker, and I'm going to light this just so you can kind of see what it looks like. Again, it's very windy, so we'll just kind of see. But we'll come back again and light it. Okay, so I went ahead and lit this, and I cut the wick down really low, almost to the canister, so the flame isn't that high. I did that because it was very windy. You can have a bigger flame than this, and I was also getting some black smoke. It's not as bad as it was, but the tiki fuel that I have is from 2 years ago, and I'm just gonna pitch it and get some new fuel, and the wicks as well. I don't think the wicks are bad, but you know, these are old wicks as well, 2 years ago. I think they're okay, but the tiki fuel, I don't know. I'm gonna just pitch it because, like I said, it's 2 years old. But your flame can be bigger if you want. Like I said, that is the shortest. Um, that wick is completely down. It's still pretty decent size, right? That wick is completely down to the canister, and it's still a pretty decent size. So there you go. Just a little fire feature, you know, fire bowl to put on your patio table. So it isn't dark. We're just now getting to a little bit of a dusk, but thought I'd go ahead and finish this video up. And I did rearrange the shells a little bit so they're not the same as they were, but I was doing that when I cut the wick. But anyways, there you go, and we'll just catch on my next video.